Yeah, first I want to thank you for having me here. I look forward to this brief interview we're going to have. My name is Rayanne Tomayo, and I'm running for District 2 Supervisor. I decided to run because I care about our county and I care about the future home for my family and my kids. Professionally, I'm a licensed professional clinical counselor. I am a manager at behavioral health where I supervise staff, I manage programs, and I directly provide treatment to people struggling with severe mental illness, substance use disorders, who are experiencing homelessness, and who have judicial involvement. I also provide services inside our county jail where I work alongside deputies and leadership to rehabilitate inmates before they're released back out into our community. And then I am also a director for the last 4 years on a local water board where I help manage infrastructure, make decisions about capital improvements, manage budgets, and of course, protect the environment. As I'm talking to people in District 2, a big thing that they're concerned with is housing and keeping the generations here. Last year, we lost 1.9% of our population. That's really huge for a small community. We're chasing away the generations. We also have a problem with keeping the workforce housed. I talk to people who are retiring. They live in these big, huge houses, 2,500 square feet, just the two of them, but there's nowhere for them to go. So we don't have any starter homes for the workforce to go to, for retirees to go to. So that's a big issue. And for me, budget and transparency. There's an enormous amount of waste that a lot of people don't realize. We just spent $2 million on an elevator with no plan whatsoever to refurbish the courthouse. $500,000 in plans were scrapped that were supposed to have been used for this refurbishment. And then also things like we are currently paying $250,000 a year in rents to house social services and IT. So there's just a lot of waste in the budget. Station 56 is a big concern, and if we were leaner and meaner on the budget, we probably could find a way to pay for those services that are lacking. I bring a really unique set of experience to the board. We currently have 2 real estate agents on the board. We have a general contractor on the board. We have a business owner on the board, and that's exactly who my counterparts that are running. I bring governance experience because I am a director on a water board. I bring inside experience because I already work in the government system. Providing services to the people. And I believe the most important thing is to care for the people and manage infrastructure. And those two things, I already have experience doing those, where my counterparts do not have that experience. We can't control PG&E, who owns that the flue that failed recently. They're a private entity. So I think the best thing the county can do is plan ahead. We need to plan for more reservoirs, more water storage. We have some in Phoenix Lake. The upcoming pond project is outstanding to get more water on board. We need it for drinking water, but we also need it to fight fires. We're in a high fire zone, and we have to make sure that we have the resources for that. A big part of that would be looking for grants with the state. We need to make sure we're ahead of the pack. We don't always write grants for things in this county. We need to better our efforts at obtaining grants. And then finally, we need to advocate to the state to recognize that we are in a high fire zone so that we get the funding that we deserve. I believe the number one issue is education of the residents. I recently participated in the FireWise seminars that were put on. I learned things that I had no idea. So we have to get the word out a little bit better for residents to educate themselves. Create that barrier around our home, make sure things are clean and tight to keep the fire away if it happens to come. Education, of course, and then we've got to reach out to Sacramento. I did meet with Battalion Chief Mario Torres recently. He told me that the government is doing a really good job right now, the state and federal. But what people don't realize is that we used to use lumber as a crop. They would go in there and cut it all out and leave the small seedlings on the ground, and that's what we're facing the problem with. So continue working with the government so that they can provide clearing, and then again, looking for grants. Looking for, a lot of people can't afford it. I spent about $5,000 last year taking trees out of my yard, and that really hurt my budget. But what about the residents who simply don't have that money and they're not able to protect their homes? So it's going to be education. It's going to be working with our state and federal governments to bring attention to the need so that they continue partnering with us, and then looking for grant money so that we can help our neighbors who really can't afford it, or the elderly who aren't able to clear away their homes. So I know the dirty word up here is growth, but losing 1.9% of our population last year, that's 1,000 residents that we lost, over 1,000. So we have to have smart growth. I talked to a man, he's a retired law enforcement officer. He would like to retire and purchase a smaller home, but there's no homes for him. So he bought his house 40 years ago. He's at a lower tax base, and he'd like to buy down. That changes his tax base. He'll be paying more than he's paying now, and that opens an opportunity for a young growing family to buy his home. So we're not growing our tax base at all. We're very stagnant, and we have to get permitting out of the way. I know of a person who asked the board 3 years ago to help him open a business. He bought the 50 acres, the old golf course, and they have not redesignated that land. The county is straight up saying no to jobs, taxes, and another attraction that'll bring people here. So we need the tourism. It's our #1 income generating industry. So we have to find a way to support small businesses. And we also have to attract new businesses. When you ask someone who's happy the theater closed, no hands go up. But when you talk to people about growing and bringing in businesses, they don't like the idea. So it has to be one or the other. We've got to grow a little bit, bring in some workforce housing to keep the generations here. And that'll ensure that we also grow our businesses so that we can have living wage jobs. I have 3 grown sons here in Tuolumne. I'm very happy that they're here, but if they can't find starter homes to purchase here, they're going to end up leaving. There is workforce housing. The county can apply for community development block grants from the government. West Sacramento has an enormous project going on right now. They're building affordable senior apartments. They're building affordable, smaller scale homes. And that way we can keep the generations here. I raised my kids in a home that was 1,008 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It was perfectly adequate for us. So we need to bring up some housing where people can afford it, seniors can retire down a little bit, and then bring up some apartments, an apartment complex, an apartment project. We're at a real cross point here in District 2. We have people who don't trust our local government. We have a budget with a lot of waste in it. And it's going to boil down to who has the experience to do the job. I bring with me infrastructure experience, managing capital projects, grant writing. I bring with me protecting the environment. I also already work inside the system. I understand how the government works as far as regulation goes and as far as managing people. I also want to say that this won't be my second or my third job. This will be my only job. I'll be able to devote myself full-time to District 2. So I ask on June 2nd for your trust and for your support, and please vote for me.